What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. First stream of the year. I got, what's your name today, Simba? When are you gonna update that? Where'd you go? I don't know what happened here. What's happening? Why did it do that? Oh, nobody. Let's fix this. Let's fix it. Okay, it's in the multi-output device. What's going on with Discord? Can you hear me in the Discord? Can you hear me? Probably his end. Don't know. I just know once I unmuted it, it was acting stupid. Let's mute it back and unmute it again. Who knows? It's always something. Maybe my mic disconnected. Sorry guys, we're having technical difficulties because clearly my sound wants to act stupid. Let's see, output. How do I get to those settings? No. It's one of these things. We're at the beginning of the daggone thing and we already having problems. I don't even remember what that setting was called. Goodness. Oh.
Bing bong.
Who said bing bong? Bing bong. What's up, Watch the Bear? That's so funny. I added new sound alerts to the stream so people can say stuff. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I guess we were having a little voice difficulties. Can you hear me okay, Watch the Bear? Please let me know. Like, I see the sound bar moving for my mic, but I don't know. Yeah, you can hear me clear? Okay, great. Anywho, today, we're preparing for certification for this data scientist in Python for DataCamp. And let's see, DataCamp. Boom. You can get $20 off a monthly subscription by clicking on the link below or in the chat, wherever it's at. Who knows? Well, I need to change that font up there. That looks kind of wonky. Alright, anywho, so far I have like 22% of this done. However, I feel like I want to start over. Literally from scratch. Like, I want to just do it over.
My bad.
Oh, you're back. It was you. I was up here testing my sound and stuff. It was like, "Ugh."
And that was the BM.
Oh. Speak of the devil. Quit calling her that, man.
You called her the devil.
I said, well, that's that's
Right.
that's better than
BM
calling
is
her.
better than the devil.
No, it's not. A BM is worse than the devil. I hate that word. I hate it. I hate it more than I hate the word nappy. Like, I hate that word. Especially
Happy New Year.
especially if the mother of the children or child is the ex-wife. It's like don't call her a BM. That's your ex-wife.
Mm-mm. No, I don't acknowledge her as my ex-wife. It's snowing outside.
Yeah, I saw that Apple said it was gonna snow.
You can't trust Apple.
Yeah, well, it's true. So I'm deciding to start over. There is 23 courses. I'm gonna do a course a week and try to get this done. So that means I should be done by what, like half the year?
I don't know how many courses there are there.
23. And there's like,
Oh, yeah, half of the year.
what is it, 56 uh weeks in a
Yeah,
year?
56, 52, 50 something.
50 what is 50 something? This
Yeah,
isn't this isn't a leap year, right? This is leap
I
year isn't
don't know.
until what you a
I
leap year
don't
a
know. I'm
leap
not
year
smart. I just look good.
a leap year is every 4 years. So the last one was in 2020, so it's a leap year 2024. So I'm restarting the course cuz
The cars.
the course cuz I don't know, I just feel like just starting over, then I can kind of go through the journey properly. How do you feel about Betty White passing away? Thoughts? Oh, he might have got kicked out again. Anyway, while he's gone, let's play this video.
Hi, my name is Hugo,
Hey,
and
Hugo.
I'll be your host for Introduction to Python for Data Science.
Cool.
I'm a data scientist and educator at DataCamp, and host of the DataFrame podcast, which you must check out.
All right.
In this course, you will learn Python for data science through video lessons, like this one, and interactive exercises. You get your own Python session where you can experiment and try to come up with the correct code to solve the instructions. You're learning by doing while receiving customized and instant feedback on your work. Python was conceived by Guido van Rossum. Here, you can see a photo of me with Guido.
Hey.
What started as a hobby project soon became a general purpose programming
Hey,
language.
Guido.
Nowadays, you can use Python to build practically any piece of software. But how did this happen?
I don't know.
Well, first of all, Python is open source. It's free to use. Second, it's very easy to build packages in Python, which is code that you can share with other people to solve specific problems. Throughout time, more and more of these packages specifically built for data science have been developed. Suppose you want to make some fancy visualizations of your company's sales. There's a package for that. Or what about connecting to a database to analyze sensor measurements? There's also a package for that. People often refer to Python as the Swiss Army knife of programming languages, as you can do almost anything with it. In this course, we'll start to build up your data science coding skills bit by bit, so make sure to stick around to see how powerful the language can be. Currently, there are two common versions of Python, version 2.7 and 3.5. Apart from some syntactical differences, they are pretty similar. But as support for version 2 will fade over time, our courses focus on Python 3. To install Python 3 on your own system, follow the steps at this URL. Now that you're all eyes and ears for Python, Let's start experimenting.
Let's
I'll
start.
start with the Python shell, a place where you can type
I thought
Python
we were
code
ready.
and immediately see the results. In DataCamp's exercise interface, this shell is embedded here. Let's start off simple and use Python as a calculator. Let me type 4 plus 5 and hit enter.
Sir, how long is this?
Python interprets what you type
This
and
video.
prints the result of your calculation, 9. The Python shell that's used here is actually not the original one. We're using IPython, short for interactive Python.
All right, bro, I'm sorry. You talking too much. No, I thought it was... Okay. All right, let's play some little music. He was yapping too much. Let me know if you can hear the music, if you're still around. Watch the bear. Add another line of code. Did this... Okay, this is not... It did not restart my progress. Yes, I'm gonna reset the course. I know. I got it. I don't want to hear the video. Okay, here we go. What does it want me to do? The sum of 7 and 8. That's not a 7. Oh, 10. Someone can't read. Python is a pretty versatile language for which applications can use Python. For all of it. I spell addition right? No. Just do a capital A. So these are comments. Python is... Suppose you have $100, which you can invest with a 10% return each year. After 1 year, it's 100 times 1.1. How much will you end up after 7 years? Print the result. Okay, so we have... I gotta think about how to even put this in an equation. We have $100 times 1.1. I could do it 7 times, but would it let me do, is this the right code? It's probably not. Let's run it. I think that's it. To the 7th. Let's do it. Boom! Variables and types. We could watch the video. How long is the video?
Well done and welcome back. It's clear that Python is a great calculator. If you want to do more complex calculations though, you will want to save values while you're coding along. You can do this by defining a variable with a specific case-sensitive name. Once you create or declare such a variable, you can later call up its value by typing the variable name. Suppose you measure your height and weight in metric units. You're 1.79 meters tall and weigh 68.7 kilograms. You can assign these values to two variables named height and weight with an equal sign. If you now type the name of the variable height, Python looks for the variable name, retrieves its value, and prints it out. Let's now calculate the body mass index, or BMI, which is calculated as follows, with weight in kilograms and height in meters. You can do this with the actual values, but you can just as well use the variable's height and weight, like here. Every time you type the variable's name, you're asking Python to reference the actual value of the variable. Weight corresponds to 68.7 and height to 1.79. Finally, this version has Python store the result in a new variable, BMI. BMI now contains the same value as the one you calculated earlier. In Python, variables are used all the time. They help to make your code reproducible. Suppose the code to create the height, weight, and BMI variables are in a script like this. If you now want to recalculate the BMI for another weight, you can simply change the declaration of the weight variable and rerun the script. The BMI changes accordingly, because the value of the variable weight has changed as well. So far, we've only worked with numerical values, such as height and weight. In Python, these numbers all have a specific type. You can check out the type of a value with the type function. To see the type of our BMI value, simply write type and then BMI inside parentheses. You can see that it's a float, which is Python's way of representing a real number. So a number which can have both an integer part and a fractional part. Python also has a type for integers, int, like this example. To do data science, you'll need more than ints and floats though. Python features tons of other data types. The most common ones are strings and booleans. A string is Python's way to represent text. You can use both double and single quotes to build a string, as you can see from these examples. If you print the type of the last variable here, you see that it's str, short for string. The boolean is a type that can either be true or false. You can think of this as yes and no in everyday language. Booleans will be very useful in the future to perform filtering operations on your data, for example. There's something special about Python data types. Have a look at this line of code that sums two integers, and then this line of code that sums two strings. For the integers, the values were summed, while for the strings were pasted together. The plus operator behaved differently for different data types. This is a general principle. How the code behaves depends on the types you're working with. In the exercises that follow, you'll create your first variables and experiment with some of Python's data types. I'll see you in the next video to explain all about lists. Let's get you coding, and I can't wait
My
to see
bad.
you in the next chapter.
What
Hello?
up? Yup.
Uh,
So one of your ladies.
my, no, my, my crybaby supervisor called me. He just fucked up.
What do you do?
It wasn't like a big fucked up. So apparently, like, my office becomes a catch-all for everything. And someone left like some soap back there.
Soap?
Yeah. And it was like maybe 10 in there. And apparently like they asked, two of my workers asked if they could have some. And, they've been back there for days. So he was like, sure. So apparently the woman whose stuff it was came back and was like, where's my stuff? All of these soaps were handmade
Oh.
and they were $14 a piece. And I'm like, bro, just refund it back to me. Like I really don't care about that. It's like, look, it's $200. Then she's like, oh, my Tempur-Pedic pillow's missing too.
What?
So I'm gonna call her tomorrow. But she said the Tempur-Pedic pillow had a hole in the middle. So you're gonna get like half of the value of what it is since it is damaged. You can buy you a new one, and we'll give you. She said the soap was like $10 or $14 a piece
So why were the soaps back there?
because she claims she gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
No, she claims that she gave me her contact info to in case anyone found the soap and the pillows. Apparently, I guess they did, and they just left it back there with no information, like no room number, no nothing.
Okay, and then they were just like, oh, well, since it's been sitting back here so long, you can just have it.
Right, just like everything else.
Mm. How did her soap even, like, where was it at?
I think she left it in the room.
Ah, okay.
I almost bust my shit on the sidewalk. But yeah, I'm be like, can you produce a receipt for this expensive ass soap?
Jeez. Right, like, you just making up numbers?
Like, produce a receipt, and like I will, give you the 14 that's quote unquote missing, or what's going off of the receipt. Because my supervisor, he was like, it was six in there, so whatever minus six is.
So, like, how. This is soap that she made or soap that she bought?
Soap that she bought.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, she can make up any
But
type of.
also, if you, huh?
I was like, she can make up any type of receipts.
Yeah,
Where did soap even come from?
I'm gonna answer that too.
Like, was it just that homemade bar soap type of stuff?
She said it was homemade.
Did you get it from Etsy or something?
I don't know, $14 for per bar of soap is expensive, and it's like 3 inches thick. So it's like, who needs 20 bars?
I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, whenever I get homemade bars, I get about like 20, 25 of them sometimes.
14 a piece, all at once.
They don't be $14 a piece, but I mean, I ain't doing it like that. I mean, maybe she reselling them or something.
Right.
Cause
Possibly.
her that's a lot of money for one bar of soap. I don't think I've ever
Exactly.
purchased a bar of soap for $14.
Because I mean, you can take what I'm giving you, or you can go through claims. If you go through claims, you really ain't getting shit. Because claim, just like any other company claims, they're stingy as fuck. It's like it's not our fault that you left the pillow behind. It's not our fault that you left the soap behind. How do we
True.
even know that you brought the pillow along? Soap, they may be like, here's $100. Fuck the rest. You figure it out.
I don't know. Did I spell something wrong? Double da. No, I didn't. It says assign the product. Oh, the product. That's clearly not what the product is. Oh, I didn't print it. Come on, girl. You're just looking for the type, but you didn't print the type. Is that the person who was like, the girl could have it, the one that's about to be leaving?
No, it was my supervisor that was on duty. I mean, I'm fine with that call. Like, I'm not mad at him by any means.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, shit happens, you know. You live and you learn. And I
True.
mean, it was just quote unquote soap. Like, I would feel some way different if it was like AirPods and, well, which is nasty. Be like, yeah, you can have these. You know
Ew.
what I'm saying?
Well, you know, people be
Like,
doing
yeah.
that. People be doing that. Assign some of I did that. Oh, I didn't submit it again. I'm still tripping off soap. $14.
Oh, what's 14 times 4? That's like 100 and what?
14 times what?
16? 14 times 14.
How many bars of soap was it?
She said she had 14. Hold on, she missing 14. It's 196.
She paid almost $200 for 14 bars of soap.
Well, she had 20 altogether.
So that is weird. So she had 6 and then allegedly 14 of them were just missing? Why are they divided?
No idea. And he only gave 2 to each person. So I mean, you saying you missing all of those?
It sounds like she was missing 6. Because how many people was it?
It was only 2
That's 4 bars.
altogether. She said she had 20 in there.
That's 4 bars of soap. Now that sounds like you got 4 bars of soap and you spending $14 each. Like, that makes more sense.
But also, he could probably half-ass been listening too.
Mm.
Or maybe she was like, it was 14 in here and they're missing. Because he was like, I'll pay for them out my money. And it's like, no, you know. It's just don't do this. I was so kind of happy of them too. They only bothered me once this week.
What's that?
Like, since I've been off, they only bothered me once.
Well, that's not bad. Knock on wood.
Hold on for a second.
Let's see. Let's get it. Probably shouldn't have started this over. How did you know something more? What? What are we doing? Oh, which one throws an error? Probably that one. There we go. Good job.